Hello, sports fans and hockey fans out there. Yeah, hockey is right around the corner. So the sportsman decided to do a game between two teams from different seasons, but who are both very good teams. We're going to have the 2023-24 Washington Capitals going up against the 2016-2017 Chicago Blackhawks in this one. The Capitals were 40, 31, and 11, or 40, 31, 0, and 11. And the Blackhawks were 50, 23, and 9. So the Blackhawks were a little better, and I think they might even have been the world champions that season. But nevertheless, we have two good teams going up against each other here. And so I will take those the packets for the teams off the ice, not the field. And as you can see, this is a Binghamton Whalers board. I had this custom made for myself. I am originally from Vestal, New York. Well, I grew up most of my years growing up were in Vestal, New York, and that was right near Binghamton. And we used to go to Binghamton Whalers games all the time. So even though this game doesn't involve the Whalers, the Hartford Whalers or otherwise, we are still going to have that board out there because I think it's kind of cool, and I don't think I've used it in a video yet. So, that having been said, we're going to get into the game. We'll start by rolling the 20-sided die. Let me bring this down here. Maybe you can see it. Now, I know that seeing the cards, seeing the dice, everybody loves to do all of that, but it's not really possible. This is the best possible view that I was able to play with and get. And so, we will start. Now, this is going to be the basic game. We are playing the basic game. However, I will use the advanced face-off. So this is a 12. Oh, and by the way, the Washington Capitals, for the purposes of this game, will be the home team. The visiting team is the Chicago Blackhawks. And this is a 12, and we will look at the advanced face-off chart for 12. And let's see, you've got Nick Dowd in there at center for Washington, and he is he is a +1, and Jonathan Toews is in there for Chicago, and he is a +3. So Toews has the advantage, and he's a +2, so superior any player. So the puck will go to, and here's the puck. You can, I'll try to keep it, in the sight lines of everybody. We're going to give it to Kane. So Patrick Kane will start with it. He is on the visiting team. He has the puck, and that says passing L, and passing L for Kane is inside shot. Any player, great pass. We're going to give it to Toews for the inside shot. That is an 8, and an 8 will be a rebound. So we're going to look at the card here, the split deck. Pick the split deck, and the rebound is offense, any player, also injury. Well, we're not going to play with injuries because this is a one-off game. We're going to give it back to Kane. So Patrick Kane will have the inside shot, and that is a 9. And that is going to be save, and the defensive left wing comes away with it. So that's Ovechkin, the all-time scoring leader, has it. So now that he has it, we pick a card, we look at the home section. Opposing players' defense, anything, there's a 2-minute penalty. So that is Patrick Kane, and obviously he is going to have he's going to cause the penalty, and so Washington very quickly is on the power play. And we will roll the dice. First of all, we're going to pick 2 cards and take those off of the time clock. And then we are going to roll the 20-sided die and see what Washington gets. 16. If the defense has all 4 rated defensive players, which I am going to guess they don't. So if 3 or less, 4 defensive rated players, no shots. So Washington comes off of that with no shots, and Ovechkin still in control, we'll say, with the puck. And he is home, and opponent defense 12. So Patrick Kane is back out there, and he takes the puck away. So now Kane has it. We flip action card and look at the, we flip the, whatever it is. The visitor, lose puck outside shot for opponent. So Ovechkin has an outside shot. He is going to try to penetrate. He is a 4, and he does penetrate. So Ovechkin's inside with an inside shot. Oh, wait a minute. No, he's an inside shot. He didn't have to pick a card on that. And that is a 5 inside shot, and that is going to be, that's a goalie rating plus, but they aren't on the power play, so this will become a face-off. And we will roll the dice for the face-off. That is a 17. 17 plus 2 advantage. Inferior right wing. So that's going to be Sonny Milano for Washington. We'll have the puck, and now we will pick the card and see what happens. And if the guy across from him's anything but a D penalty, and he is a B, so that's going to be another power play for Washington. We will roll the dice and see what they get. 8. 8 is, and we have to take off two cards for the time expiring. 8 is if the left wing is a 3 or more, and he is. Outside shot for the center, so we will take that. That's Nick Dowd taking the outside shot. And it's going to be a lose to the left wing, and then inside shot for any player, and that's going to be Ovechkin. Ovechkin will take the inside shot, and that is a 9. 9 on the inside shot is the goalie rating. So let's look at the goalie, and that is Corey Crawford, and that is a 7. It's a save either defenseman. So we are going to give that to Trevor Van Riemsdyk, and there is going to be a forward line change for everybody. Now, I realize I didn't read out the starting lineups, so we will do the second line for the, and actually I think I did it for everybody. I did it for even the defense. But that's fine. Anyway, out there for Chicago right now is Marian Hossa at right wing. Nicholas Harmanson is at right defense. Artem Anisimov is out there at center for Chicago. Duncan Keith is out at left defenseman for Chicago. And Artemi Panarin is out at left wing for Chicago. For Washington, we have Nicholas Aubé-Kubel at left wing. Left defenseman is Rasmus Sandin. The center is Dylan Strome. The right defenseman is Nick Jensen. And the right wing is Tom Wilson, Mr. Penalty himself. So, right now, Nicholas Harmanson has the puck. And he is the visitor, and it says outside shot for any player. They are going to give that to Anisimov, the center for Chicago. That is a 9. 9 is lose to the defensive right wing. So Tom Wilson has the puck. He is the home player. Lose puck outside shot for opponent. That is Artemi Panarin. He has an outside shot. Now, he could pass it. We're going to try have him pass it. And passing on the split deck says even, lose puck to opponent. All right, well, so that is going to go to Tom Wilson again. And so now Tom Wilson has it. And on Tom Wilson's card, it says opponent defense 12. That is Panarin. His defense 12 is takes away the puck. So I got to watch out for this. I got my name thing down there. So Panarin has the puck now. And he is going to, we have to see what he does. He's got a possible breakaway. So, possible breakaway for him. And we will, I don't know, like, I'm just going to roll it as a breakaway. I don't know what you're supposed to do there. Goalie rating. So we now are going to look at Charlie Lindgren. He is in net for Washington. That is a 5, and it's a goal for Panarin. I don't know if Panarin was supposed to get the goal, but he does. And so Chicago takes the lead, and we have a defensive line change. So we have a face-off, and the new defensive pairings for Chicago are Brent Seabrook and Johnny Oduya. And for Washington, it's Alexander Alexiev and Trevor Van Riemsdyk. Now, let's see if we got Trevor Van Riemsdyk playing for both teams. Well, that's unsat, so we can't have that. All right, bit of a snafu there, but we're going to go with it. So now I have replaced Van Riemsdyk on Chicago. So now Van Riemsdyk is not playing for Chicago. He is playing for Washington. Luckily, he didn't have any hand in the scoring so far. So that's how we're going to go with it. Got to bear with me. It's been a while since I played this game, and I forgot to check for repeat players or double players on both teams, which is possible if you play teams from 2 different seasons. So anyway, the defensive line change is done. That's crazy. And we will have a face-off because there was just a goal, and Chicago took the lead. Or wait a minute, what happened? Yeah, I'm going to say that I don't know. It's just getting crazy here. All right, so 17 is a... 17 is, let's see. Asimov is a +1, and, okay, Dylan Strome's a plus... so Dylan Strome comes out as a +1. And that's going to be inferior left defenseman. So the left defenseman for Chicago is Johnny Oduya. And let me make sure I don't have Oduya on both teams. I don't. So now Oduya has the puck. And he is the visiting team, and it says opponent defense 13. That is Van Riemsdyk. He takes the puck away after switching sides in this contest. He was traded mid-game. So now he has it, and he is on the home team, and that's passing J. Passing J is inside shot for the center. So this will be an inside shot for Dylan Strome. He gets a 3, which is a save, and the right wing comes away with the puck. The defensive right wing, that is Marian Hossa. He now has the puck, and he is the visiting team. Lose puck, outside shot for opponent. So this is Kubel. Here's a penetration 1, so he's going to try to pass the puck. And the passing says inside shot for right wing. So that's going to be Tom Wilson. Tom Wilson has an inside shot. That is a 6, and that's going to be a goalie rating. And we're going to look at Corey Crawford. Corey Crawford 6 is a goal. And so the game is tied up at 1 apiece. Chicago 1, Washington 1. And now there will be a face-off. And we will roll the dice for the face-off, and it is a 4. 4 on the face-off is a +1. Superior right wing. So that is going to be Tom Wilson coming away with the puck. He is the home team. And it says lose puck, possible breakaway. Now again, I don't know. Oh wait, you know what? I was supposed to pick the card on that. But I just gave that last one to him anyway. But, you know, again, it's been a while since I've played the game. So anyway, the split deck breakaway says right wing or center. And we will give that to Asimov. So he has a breakaway shot, 7, and that is going to be a goalie rating. So goalie rating for Charlie Lindgren. That is a 7, and it's a save either defenseman. So Lindgren comes up, he makes the save, and we will give it to Van Riemsdyk. So Van Riemsdyk has the puck for Washington. He is the home. He's a home player. And that says outside shot for center or left wing. It would be the center because he can take the outside shot. He is a penetration 4. He'll try to penetrate. And an 8. Let's see if he gets inside. I think he might. Yes, he does. So he has an inside shot. Dylan Strome does. He gets a 7 on the inside shot, and it's a save defensive center. So Asimov, however his name is pronounced, comes away with it. He's a visitor. Passing K is an inside shot for the left wing. So that's going to be Artemi Panarin has an inside shot. And that is a 6, and 6 is going to be lose to the left wing. So Nicholas Aubé-Kubel has the puck, and he is the home team, and it says opponent defense 14. That is Hossa's 14 defense, is outside shot. Nicholas Kubel has the outside shot. He'll just take it. That is a 7, and that's going to be a save, and the left wing comes away with the puck. That is Panarin, and the forward lines will change. Line change, the front line for Chicago is now Richard Panik at right wing. Nick Schmaltz is the center. And Vinny Hinostroza is the left wing. For the Washington Capitals, the left wing is Alexei Protas. The center is Connor McMichael, and the right wing is TJ Oshie. So, the Vinny Hinostroza has it for Chicago. He is the visitor. And that says outside shot for left wing. Or right wing. And it has to be the right wing. He has an outside shot. He is a penetration 3. Panic is he'll try to penetrate. 5, he is inside. So Panic inside, he gets a 10, and that is a goalie rating. And so we're going to look at, again, we are going to look at Lindgren. Lindgren, 5 is a goal for Richard Panic. And so Chicago goes back up on top now. The score is 2-1 Chicago. And we will have a face-off. Comes back to center ice for a face-off. That is a 6. Let's see what the face-off says on 6. Right now it is a +1 in the favor of Washington. And that was a 6. And that's going to be superior right defenseman. So the right defenseman is Trevor Van Riemsdyk, who's been out there quite a bit because he's been playing for both teams in this first period. Due to my mistake. But anyway, now he has it, and he is on the home team. He switched from the visiting to the home. Lose puck outside shot for right wing. So you've got Richard Panic taking an outside shot, possibly, but he's going to try to go inside. And 19, he loses the puck to Alexei Protas. He has it, and we'll look at the home side. Home side says opponent defense 13, and that is going to be an outside shot. Alexei Protas has an outside shot. He is a 2, so we're going to have him pass. He's a 2 on penetration. So he's going to pass, and passing says passing K, and that is an inside shot for the right wing. So TJ Oshie has an inside shot. And that is an 8, and 8 is going to be a save and a rebound. We'll look at the rebound on the split action split deck. Rebound says defensive left wing if his defense rating is 2 or more. And his defense rating is a 2, so he does take the puck away. Or has possession of the puck now, and he is on the visiting team. We'll look at the visitor. It says lose puck outside shot for right wing. That's Oshie again. Oshie is a penetration 3. We will try to penetrate with him. 18, it's not. He doesn't get inside, and he loses the puck to Vinahostra, and there will be a defensive line change. Well, it's listed as a defensive line change. Yeah, okay. All right, so the new defensive lines for Chicago is Harmlinson at right defense and Brian Campbell at left defense. For Washington, it will be Martin Ferraveri at left defense and John Carlson at right defense. So right now, Vinny Hinostroza has the puck. He is on the visiting team, and it says lose puck outside shot for center. The center is Connor McMichael. He is a 4 penetrating. He'll try to penetrate. He does get inside, and so he's got an inside shot, and it's a 7. And that's going to be a goalie rating on Corey Crawford. And that is a 5, and that's going to be a face-off. So we have a face-off in Chicago's end. We will roll the dice for that. Yeah, it's a +1 in Washington's favor. And I rolled an 8, and that is going to be superior right wing. So the right wing is TJ Oshie. He has the puck, and we will pick the card, and he is a passing J for him. Inside shot for left wing. So that's going to be Protas with an inside shot. And that is an 8, and that's going to be a rebound. So we'll pick the rebound card. We'll pick the split card to see what the rebound is. Defensive center if his rating is 2 or more, and it is. So Nick Schmaltz has the puck back, and we will pick it for him. He's the visitor. Outside shot for left wing. That is Vinny Hinostroza. He's going to try to penetrate inside. He's a 3. That's a 10. I don't know. It is. He's inside, so he'll take an inside shot. That is a 4. And 4 is going to be a lose to the right wing. So TJ Oshie has the puck. And we will refer to the home section, and that's an opponent defense 12. And that is takes away the puck. So Vinny Hinostroza takes the puck away from Oshie. And now the visitor, it says any penalty, so it's going to be a power play for Chicago. And we will tick 2 off of the clock. And we will roll for the power play, 19. If 3 or more 4-rated defensive players. Let's see. No, there isn't. So, 2 or less, it's outside shot for any player. They will give that to Richard Panik. That is a 6 outside shot, lose to the left wing, and the other one is inside shot for right defenseman. So it's going to be an inside shot for Harlemanson. He gets a 7 on the inside. That's a lose to the left defenseman. So Martin Fehervary has it, and there will be a forward line change. Okay, this is the fourth lines for both teams. For Chicago, it is Tanner Caro at right wing. At center is Marcus Kruger, and at left wing will be Tyler Mott. For the Washington Capitals, at left wing will be Hendrix Leperrier. Center will be Matthew Phillips, and the right wing will be Beck Mailston. And the puck right now belongs to Martin Fehervary. He is home, so we'll see what happens with that. Opponent defense 14. And that is going to be takes the puck away. So Harlemanson takes the puck away. He's the visitor. Inside shot for any player. They are going to give that inside shot to Brian Campbell. Brian Campbell comes away with it. And that is a 4. And that is going to be a goalie rating. And we're going to look at Charlie Lindgren. And that is a 7, and it's a save either defenseman. So we'll give it to Carlson. Carlson has it. He is the home right defenseman. And it says loose puck outside shot for left wing. So Tyler Mott has an outside shot. He'll just take it. That is a 9. That's a save defensive center. Matthew Phillips has it. Last card of the period. And it says loose puck outside shot for opponent. That is Kruger. He is a 1, so he's going to pass the puck. And the passing says loose puck, defensive right defenseman has control. And that is it for the first period. Hello, we are back for the second period of this game between the 2016-17 Blackhawks and the 2023-24 Washington Capitals. Now, as you'll recall, in the first period, I made a snafu, and since Trevor Reemsdyk plays for both of these teams, I had erroneously had him on both teams, playing defense for both teams. And I had replaced him after he did his shift with Chicago. I replaced him with another defenseman who never got the chance to get into the game. And I've been thinking about it since I downloaded the first period and, edited the first period. And while that was going on, I was thinking, you know what? Let's just go with it. Let's embrace it. So Trevor Van Riemsdyk will continue to play for both teams. The only stipulation is that he won't be on the ice for both teams at the same time. But, I mean, what the heck? It's Strat-O-Matic hockey, and, we can do that. Now, he's going to be one tired SOB, but we're going to go with it. We're going to embrace it. And so Trevor Van Riemsdyk will play for both teams. Now, that having been said, I will roll the dice for the opening face-off of the second period, with the Blackhawks leading this game 2-1 over the Capitals. And that is a 12, and we have, okay, let me go over the lines again this time. So, out there for the Chicago Blackhawks, on the front line is Patrick Kane, their first line, Patrick Kane, Jonathan Toews at center, and Ryan Hartman at left wing. For the Capitals, their front line is Alex Ovechkin at left wing, Nick Dowd at center, and Sonny Milano at right wing. The left defenseman for Chicago to start this period will be Trevor Van Riemsdyk. The right defenseman, or the left defenseman for Chicago, will be Brian Campbell. For the Washington Capitals, the starting left defenseman will be Martin Fehervary, and the starting right defenseman will be John Carlson. So let's do that. We rolled a 12 on the 20-sided die, and the face-off is +2 in Toews' favor, the visiting Blackhawks. And it says superior any player. And I'm going to do the same thing I did last time, because they got the opening face-off in the first period. And I gave it to Patrick Kane, and they were able to move the puck rather nicely there. So, let's pick the card. Visitor says outside shot for any player. This is exactly, I think, what happened. We're going to try to give it to Toews and have him move inside. Except this time he doesn't get inside, and so the puck goes to Nick Dowd of Washington. So Dowd has it, and that says passing J, and he has an inside shot for the right wing, and that is Sonny Milano. So we will take the inside shot. That is a 7, and he loses to the left wing. So that is Ryan Hartman. Ryan Hartman now has it for Chicago. And anything but a D across from him for a penalty. But he is a penalty D, and so he takes the puck away. So Milano has the puck back. We pick the card. Holmes says outside shot for the center. So Nick Dowd has an outside shot. He has a penetration 3. We will try that. That is a 5, so he gets inside. So Nick Dowd has an inside shot. That is a 7, and that's going to be a lose to the defensive center. Jonathan Toews has the puck. And that says anything but a C or a D. Penalty across from him, but Dowd is a C. So he does take the puck back. And that says passing K. Passing K is lose puck to the left wing. So Ryan Hartman now has the puck for Chicago. And that says across from him anything but a D. But he is a D. And so Sonny Milano avoids a penalty on a rough hit on Ryan Hartman, gets the puck, and we have a forward line change. Okay, the lines now for the offensive line for Chicago is Marian Hossa at right wing. Artem Anisimov is at center. And Artemi Panarin is at left wing. For Washington, they'll have Nicholas Kubel at left wing. The center is Dylan Strome. And at right wing will be Tom Wilson, penalty man. I just like to call him that. But he is an A penalty. So it's not like he doesn't deserve it. He has the puck, though, and it says outside shot for right wing, but he is the right wing, so it'll be the center that gets the outside shot. He has a 4 penetration, Strome is, so he'll try it. He does not get it. He does not get inside, and so Anisimov has the puck. I guess that's how you pronounce that. He's on the visiting team, and it says passing J, and he has an inside shot for the right wing, and that will be Marian Hossa. That's exactly who they would want to have that inside shot. We roll it for him, and he gets a 7. 7 is lose to the right wing. So Tom Wilson has the puck back, and he is at home, and it says lose puck outside shot for left defenseman. So Brian Campbell has an outside shot. He has a penetration 2, so we're just going to take the outside shot, see what happens with that. And that is an 8, which is a rebound. And we are going to, let's see, we pick the rebound. Pick the card to see what the rebound is. It says offensive left wing if his rating is 2 or more. And it is. So that's Artemi Panarin, and he'll get a rebound shot. He gets a 9, and that is going to be a goal 1-16. And it is a goal, and Chicago takes the lead. Well, extends their lead. Let's just say that. They extend their lead to 3-1. Washington losing big here. And we will do a face-off. That is a 9. And right now, it is +1 for Washington on the face-off. And that is a 9. And that is going to be the home left wing will come away with the puck. And they need it. So Nicholas Kubel has the puck. He is home. It says passing J. Passing J is an inside shot for the left wing. That is, let's see, inside shot for the left wing. Well, he is the left wing. We'll give it to the right wing, and that'll be Tom Wilson with an inside shot. That's an 11. And that's going to be a lose to the right wing. And now the defensive lines change. Okay, the new defensive line for Chicago is Nicholas Harlinson at right defenseman, and at left defenseman is Duncan Keith. For Washington, their left defenseman is now Rasmus Sandin, and their right defenseman is Nick Jensen. And Marian Hossa has the puck. And he is the visitor, so it says possible breakaway. We will pick the card to see who gets the breakaway, if anybody. Left defenseman, if breakaway penetration is a 4. And I'm going to guess that probably is not the case. It isn't. If not, lose to the puck to the opponent. So that means Nicholas Kubel has the puck. And he is home. Anything but a C or a D across from him penalty, but Hossa is a D. He'll get the puck back. He takes the puck away from Kubel on a rough hit. And that says inside shot for any player. They're going to give it to Artemi Panarin. Panarin with the inside shot. That is a 5. That's going to be a goalie rating. And the goalie rating, we're going to refer to Lindgren, who has been a pincushion here taking shots left and right, and it's a goal for Panarin. And now Chicago is up 4-1. So Washington's getting left in the dust here, even though they were a good team that year. They were a playoff team, but it's not to be. It looks like it's not to be. I mean, right now it's 4-1. I don't know, but we will do the face-off. And right now we have a face-off situation of Washington with a +1. That is a 6. 6 and a +1 is superior right defenseman. So Nick Jensen has the puck for Washington. And that says opponent defense 14. That's Duncan Keith. His defense says take the puck away. So Duncan Keith has it for Chicago. And then it says opponent defense 13. Nick Jensen, that says take the puck away. So Nick Jensen takes the puck back, and we got a little bit of a tennis match back and forth here. Passing K for Nick Jensen, and that says lose puck to the right wing. That's Marian Hossa, and Hossa is the visitor. It says lose puck outside shot for center. That is Dylan Strome. He'll try to get inside, though. Let's see. And 15, he doesn't make it inside. He loses the puck to Asimov and Azimov or whatever. And so now the forward line. All right, the forward lines have changed. Now Chicago's forward line is Richard Panik at right wing. Nick Schmaltz is the center. And Vinny Hinostroza is the left wing. For Washington, their left wing is Alexi Protas. Their center is Connor McMichael. And at right wing, they have TJ Oshie. And Schmaltz for Chicago has the puck. And what that says is lose puck outside shot for right wing. That's Oshie. He's only a penetration 3. He'll just take the outside shot and see what happens. That is a 10. That would be a goalie rating plus, which is only on the power play. So we're going to have a face-off, and we will roll the puck for, or roll the dice for that. The advantage is Washington's +1. That is a 1. 1 and a +1 is superior left defenseman. So the puck goes to Rasmus Sandin. And we will keep this period rolling along. And it says opponent defense 13. That's Nicholas Harmlinson. And his defense 13 says he takes the puck away. Now he has it, and it says lose puck, possible breakaway. All right, so I'm going to assume he loses the puck to Rasmus Sandin, and we will pick a card and look at the breakaway section, and it says left defenseman, which is him, ironically, if his breakaway penetration is 3 or more, and it is not. If not, lose the puck to his opponent, which is going to be Harlemanson, and he now has it, and it says outside shot for left wing. That is Vinny Hinostroza. He's going to try to pass the puck. Passing says lose puck, defensive center has control. So Connor McMichael now has control, and the defensive lines will. So the defensive line now for Chicago is Brent Seabrook at right defenseman and Johnny Aduya at left defenseman. For the Washington Capitals, their left defenseman is now Alexander Alexiev, and Trevor Van Riemsdyk, he's back out on the ice, but for the other team this time at right defenseman. So Connor McMichael now has the puck. He's on the home team, and it says opponent defense 14, and that says outside shot. McMichael has an outside shot, but he can try to penetrate inside. And he has an 11, and he is a 4. So let's see. A 4. Yep, he does get inside, and so he will take the inside shot. That is a 9, and that says lose it. It's a save and lose to any player. They will give it to Panic. Panic has the puck for Chicago, and that says passing K, and passing K is inside shot for the center. That's Nick Schmaltz with an inside shot. Not the greatest guy to have the puck, but for an inside shot, and he loses it to the center. So Connor McMichael now has it for Washington. He's on the home team, and it says outside shot for any player. They will give that to, they're going to give that to Oshie. Outside shot for him, and he's just going to take it. That is a 4, and it's going to be a lose to the right wing. So now Richard Panic has it back, and it says passing J for him, and that is going to be an inside shot for the left wing. So Vinny Hinostroza has an inside shot for Chicago. Nice clear shot. 5 is going to be lose to the center. It's a save, and the center comes away with it for Washington. That's Connor McMichael. And he comes up with an opponent defense 12, and that is going to be takes the puck away. So Nick Schmaltz takes the puck away from Connor McMichael, and he has an outside shot for the center, but not him, so it would be the left wing. Oh, the left wing here. And that is Hinostroza, and Hinostroza is a 3. He's going to just take the outside shot. That is an 11 on the outside shot, and it's going to be save any player. So they're going to give it to Oshie. Oshie will come away with the puck. All right, so now the forward line for Chicago is Tanner Caro at right wing. Center is Marcus Kruger, and the left wing is Tyler Mott. For the Washington Capitals, the left wing is Hendrix Laperriere, the center is Matthew Phillips, and the right wing is Beck Mailston. And Beck Mailston is the guy who has the puck. We pick a card for him. He's the home guy. Across from him, anything but a D, but Tyler Mott is a D penalty, so he takes the puck back from Beck Mailston. And then that says lose puck outside shot for opponents. So Beck Mailston gets it back, and he has an outside shot. He's a penetration 1. They're going to try to pass with him. And the passing section says passing K, and that is lose puck to the center. So Marcus Kruger comes away with the puck for Chicago, and it says opponent defense 14 for him. That's Matthew Phillips, and he gives him an outside shot, and he is a 1. He's just going to take the shot, and it is a 4, and that's going to be a lose to the defensive left defenseman. So Alexander Alexiev has the puck. He's home. Anything across from him for a penalty, anything but a D. But no, Seabrook is a D, so he takes the puck back. He has it, and then it says opponent defense 14. So a 14 is an outside shot that Alexiev is giving to Seabrook. He is a 2. He's just going to take the outside shot with Chicago having a commanding lead, and that is going to be lose to the center. So he loses the puck to Phillips. Phillips now has it. And for him, it says inside shot for any player. They really needed that. They are going to give this to, well, they don't have any really good players out here. They're going to give it to Laperriere. So inside shot for Laperriere. He gets an 8. That's a save and a rebound. We will pick the card and read the rebound section. Offensive left defenseman. So Alexei Alexeyev, or Alexander Alexiev, as the inside shot. That is a 5, and he loses to the left wing. Loses the puck to the left wing. And this is the last card of the period. And it says opponent defense 12. Maelstrom takes the puck away from him. And that is the conclusion of the second period. And Chicago has extended their lead to 4-1. So they'll take a 4-1 lead into the third period. Hello, we are back for the third period of this game, in which The Blackhawks have a what I would call a commanding 4-1 lead over the Capitals. But there's a whole period of hockey yet to play, so we will see if the Capitals can come back and at least tie it through 3 periods. So we will roll the dice. The lines for Chicago are, the front line is Patrick Kane at right wing, Jonathan Toews at center, and Ryan Hartman at left wing. Their defense will be Brent Seabrook and Duncan Keith. For Washington, they'll have Alex Ovechkin at left wing, Nick Dowd at center, and Sonny Milano at right wing. Their defense will be Rasmus Sandin and John Carlson. So the Blackhawks have a +2 on the faceoff. And we will roll the bones, and that's a 6, and 6 and +2 is superior right defenseman. So that gives the puck to Brent Seabrook. And we will pick the card. He is the visitor. Lose puck outside shot for opponent. Now that's Rasmus Sandin. He is a 2. He'll just take the outside shot. That is a 10, and that's going to be a save, and the left wing comes away with it. So Ryan Hartman has it for Chicago. He is the visitor, and it says lose puck outside shot for right defenseman. That's John Carlson. He's a 3 penetrating. He'll try it. That's a 19. He does not get it. He loses it to Duncan Keith. Duncan Keith now has the puck, and he gives an outside shot for the center. That is Toews. Toews is a 4 penetrating, as you might well expect. He'll try to penetrate, but he doesn't. Does not get inside. Nick Dowd gets the puck. So this is just a back and forth. Nobody can get inside. That is a loose puck outside shot for left wing. So that gives it to Ryan Hartman of Chicago. And he has a loose puck outside shot for the center, and that's Nick Dowd. Nick Dowd will try to get inside. He's a 3. That is a 4, so he does penetrate, and Nick Dowd has an inside shot. And 11 is a save, and the right defenseman comes away with it for Chicago, and that is Brent Seabrook. So he's the visitor, and he loses the puck. Outside shot for opponent, that's Rasmus Sandin. He will try to pass the puck. And passing says passing J. So passing J is inside shot for center. Nick Dowd getting another inside shot. That is a 12, and that's going to be a save, and the left defenseman comes away. That is Duncan Keith. So Duncan Keith of Chicago has control of the puck, and that's his opponent defense 13. That's John Carlson, and he takes the puck away. So Washington playing pretty good here in the 4th period, or in the 3rd period. We won't have a 4th period. 3rd period, but they, to this point, they have not played well. Well, they played a good 1st period too, but the 2nd they just collapsed. Carlson with the puck, and he gets an opponent defense 14, and he takes the puck away. So Duncan Keith takes the puck away from John Carlson, and the forward lines will change. Okay, the forward line for Chicago is now Marian Hossa at right wing, Artem Anisimov at center, and Artemi Panarin at left wing. For the Washington Capitals, they have Nicholas Abakubel at left wing, Dylan Strome at center, and Tom Wilson on the right wing. And The puck is in possession of Duncan Keith, and he gives an inside shot for any player, and that's going to be Artem Anisimov. With the inside shot, he gets a 6. That is a goalie rating. Goalie rating, we're going to roll the bones on Charlie Lindgren, who's had a tough night so far, but there he forces a face-off. So it's going to be a face-off, and we will see who gets that. It's a +1 for Chicago and a +2 for Washington. So it's a +1 overall for Washington on the face-off. That is a 15. 15 is going to be inferior left wing. So they will come away with it. Artemi Panarin has the puck. Chicago does. And that says lose puck outside shot for left wing. So Nicholas Aubé-Kubel has the puck. He's going to try to pass it. That's the only really sound decision they can make. Passing J, that is going to be inside shot for left wing, except it'll be the right wing because he is the left wing. And so that's an inside shot for Tom Wilson. That is a 10. It's going to be a save, and the right defenseman comes away with it. So Brent Seabrook has the puck. And here we go. I'm going to lose my voice potentially. But Seabrook has the puck, and it says anybody has a penalty for Washington. So that isn't good. We're going to take 2 off the clock, and we will roll the dice to see what kind of a power play Chicago can get. If 2 or more 4-rated defensive players, no, they don't have that. No. So if 1 or less, outside shot for right defenseman. So that is going to be Brent Seabrook, who has the puck. He gets a 6 outside shot. Is goalie rating plus, and we will roll the dice because that is on the power play. And that is a 9 for Lindgren. That's a save any forward. So we will keep checking it out. Outside shot for center. So we're going to give an outside shot to Artemi Anisimov. 6. That is a goalie rating. We will try Lindgren again. That is a 7. That's going to be a save on either defenseman. So he's coming up big here, but might still be a little late. Outside shot for the right wing. That is Hossa. Taking the outside shot, that's an 8. That's going to be a rebound, but we won't do that because we still have another thing. And then inside shot for any player, and that's going to be Hossa will take the inside shot. That is a 9. 9 on the inside. That's a save defensive center. And the penalty is over. And the defense. All right, the defensive line for Chicago will be Trevor Van Riemsdyk and Johnny Oduya. For Washington, it'll be Alexander Alexiev and Nick Jensen. Dylan Strome has the puck. And that says lose puck, possible breakaway. So we're going to pick a split card and look at the breakaway. It says center if breakaway penetration rating is 4. If not, lose puck to opponent. Well, his penetration is a 4, so Anisimov has a breakaway. That is a 5. 5 on the breakaway is a goalie rating. We will try Lindgren again, and that is a face-off. So he forces a face-off. We will roll the dice for that. That is a 7, and right now it is a +1 for Washington on the face-off, and that is going to be superior left wing. So the puck will go to Nicholas Aubé-Kubel. He has it, and then Holmes says outside shot for center. That's Dylan Strome, but he'll try to penetrate. He's a 4. He does get inside. He has an inside shot. That is a 6. 6 is lose to the defensive left wing. So, and Temi Panarin has the puck. He's on the visiting team, and it says outside shot for any player. They're going to give it to Hossa, and he's just going to take it. 7 is a lose defensive left defenseman. Alexander Alexiev now has it for Washington, and that says possible breakaway, so let's take a look at that. Breakaway says right defenseman if breakaway penetration is a 4, and it is not. So if not, lose puck to opponent. Trevor Van Riemsdyk has the puck, and that says passing J for him, and that is an inside shot for the center. So Asimov has an inside shot. That is a 7. 7 is going to be a right defenseman save, and the right defenseman comes away with it. That's Nick Jensen of Washington. That says outside shot for any player. They're going to give it to Wilson, and Wilson's going to try to penetrate. He does get inside, and he gets a 4, which is save, and the left wing comes away. So, and Temi Panarin has the puck. He's the visitor. If it's anything but a D, but no, Tom Wilson has a penalty. That's going to be big. We are going to have a forward line change after the power play is over, but Chicago's on a power play. They roll an 18, which I think we already had. If 2 or more rated defensive 4 rated defensive players, 3, 3, 1, no, it is not. So yeah, we have the outside shot for the right defenseman. It's the same thing as we had before. Trevor Van Riemsdyk, outside shot. 3 is lose to the right wing. Outside shot for the center. So that's going to be Asimov. That is a 4. That is going to be lose to the right wing. Outside shot for the right wing. It's back to Hossa. Hossa for an outside shot. That is an 8. 8 is a rebound, and inside shot for any player. So we're going to give the inside shot to Hossa. That is a 4. Inside is a goalie rating, and we'll roll it on Lindgren. That is a 3. That's a save any defensive player. So the puck goes to Washington. Will give it to Strome. He now has it. He's home. Passing J is inside shot for right wing. That's Wilson. Wilson taking the inside shot. That's an 11. That's going to be a save in the right wing coming away with the puck, and that is Hossa. He's the visitor, so outside shot for left wing. That's going to be Artemi Panarin, and they'll just take the shot. 7. That is a save, and the right defenseman coming away with it. That's Nick Jensen. Nick Jensen has an opponent defense 12. Oduya's 12 defense. He takes the puck away. So Oduya has the puck for Chicago, and it says outside shot for left wing. Artemi Panarin with the outside shot. He'll just take it, and that is going to be a save any defensive player. They'll give it to Wilson, and the defensive line's change. All right, so for Chicago, the blue line is going to be Nicholas Harmanson and Brian Campbell. For Washington, it's going to be Martin Ferraveri, and Trevor Van Riemsdyk. Right now, Tom Wilson has the puck, and that says lose puck outside shot for right wing. That's going to be Hossa. He'll just take the shot. That is a 4-4 is save and defensive center. So Dylan Strome comes away with it for Washington. That's his opponent defense 13. So Asimov on a defense 13 gives Strome an outside shot. He's a penetration 4. He'll try it. He does get inside, so he has an inside shot. That is an 8. That's going to be a rebound. We will pick the card for a rebound. And that says offensive center if rating is 2 or more. And it is. So he'll take the rebound shot. That is an 11. That's going to be a goalie rating. We're going to look at Corey Crawford. Corey Crawford 4 is a goal. And Washington is on the board here in the third period. But that only makes the score 4-2. They still need 2 goals. So we will do a face-off. And Strome is a +2 for Washington. And Azizov is a +1. So it's going to be +1 Washington 13. And that is going to be an inferior left defenseman. So that's going to be Brian Campbell coming away with the puck for Chicago. That says lose puck outside shot for right wing. That's Tom Wilson. He'll try to penetrate. He does make it inside. He takes his shot, and it's going to be a lose to the defensive center. And Azimov has the puck for Chicago. That says opponent defense 13. That's an outside shot. And Azimov will just take it. They still have a pretty sizable lead. That's going to be a rebound. We will look at the rebound. Rebound says defensive right defenseman if defense rating is a 2. And it is. So Trevor Van Riemsdyk takes the puck away. And that is an opponent defense 12 for Campbell. And that takes the puck away. So Campbell now has the puck. And visitor says opponent defense 12. So Van Riemsdyk, opponent defense 12. He takes the puck away. And the forward lines change. Now, we're not going to go to the... Well, Chicago will. Chicago will go to their fourth line. All right, the forward line now for Chicago is going to be Richard Panik, Nick Schmaltz, and Vinny Hinostroza. For Washington, they're going to go back to Ovechkin at left wing, Matthew Phillips at center, and TJ Oshie at right wing. And right now, Trevor Van Riemsdyk has it. That says inside shot for any player. They're going to give that to Ovi. He's going to take the inside shot. That is a 6. That's going to be a goalie rating on Corey Crawford. That is a 4, and it's a goal! And Washington is within a point of tying this game, even though I wouldn't have thought it possible. So now, Washington is going to pull the goalie and go up by an attacker. And, well, first we'll do the face-off because we want to see who gets the puck. That is a 10. Phillips is a 0 and Schmaltz is a 0, so it's a tie. 10 is home right wing. All right, so they have a chance for an extra attacker, and they are going to take it. And it's going to be Tom Wilson, who just came off the ice. But desperate times call for desperate measures, and we will take 2 off the clock. because this is the same as like a power play, as I understand it anyway. And we're going to treat it like a power play. So it's a power play type thing for Washington. And that's going to be an 18. And we will say Tom Wilson is the center. Well, he's like the co-center, whatever. That is an 18, and we've done this before. If 2 or more 4-rated defensive players, and that is not going to be the case. So they have an outside shot for the right defenseman. That's going to be Trevor Van Riemsdyk, who had no goals. So good luck there. And it's a save for the right wing. Outside shot for the center. That's going to be Tom Wilson in this case. That is a 6, and that's going to be a save for the right wing. Outside shot for the right wing. That's going to be TJ Oshie. And that is a 9. And 9 on an outside shot as defensive center. And finally, inside shot for any player, and that's going to be Ovi. He's taking the inside shot. That is a 5. That is going to be a goalie rating plus, and that is going to be a possible goal on Corey Crawford. That is a 5. That's a face-off. He forces the face-off. So they will, we'll roll the dice. That is an 8 on the face-off. There's only one card left anyway. And it's a tie. Let's see. Yeah, it's a tie. And it's an 8, and that is home right wing. So Oshie has the puck, and the last card for the home says opponent defense 12. That is outside shot. Vinny Hostra is her Hinostroza is giving Oshie an outside shot. He's got to try to penetrate. And he doesn't get inside. Hinostroza gets it back, and that is the game. And Chicago hangs on to win this one 4-3 in a nail-biter. And that's going to be it for me. Sportsman Z Bob Zolke signing off.